my final point tonight, a new study claims that religious kids are meaner than non-religious kids. More specifically, the study claims that kids raised in religious households are less altruistic than kids raised in non-religious or in atheist households. Of course, the liberal media is eating this up. They cannot get enough of this story. But they failed to look deep enough to see the truth. So let's look at the facts. There were two experiments in this study that led to the conclusion. First, groups of children aged 5 to 12 years old were given stickers but told there weren't enough stickers for everybody. The observation here was whether or not the children held on to their stickers or gave them away, and in how great a quantity. Obviously, no other influences could possibly have been at play here, just the general altruism in the hearts of these kiddos. The second experiment involved gauging the reactions of the children to a video that showed other children being pushed and bumped. And again, the children's level of innate morality here was, I'm sure, the only factor at play in their reactions. Obviously, it's a huge jump from these experiments to whether or not they are a reflection of whether the kids are generous. The researchers don't even define altruism. Plus, it's not always the most altruistic move to give your stuff away. Sometimes it's more responsible to keep your things. Or perhaps it shows judgment and forethought that the children wanted to think over their decisions before immediately taking action. My point is, just as easily as the researchers drew their conclusions that religious kids are less altruistic than non-religious kids, we could draw conclusions that allegedly illustrate the opposite. Because it's not a scientific study. It's just another attack on Christianity and on organized religion. There's also a blatant double standard in the media and in academia when it comes to Christianity and morals. This study, bashing the behavior of children raised in religious households, is going viral in the news. Yet when studies are done about religious beliefs and their effect on a multitude of issues, on crime, on the length and happiness of marriage, on the likelihood to use drugs, on the satisfaction of sexual activity, on the societal adjustment of children, on the stability of the family unit, those types of studies never make the rounds in the mainstream media. I'll tell you why. It's because there is a concerted effort to undermine the Judeo-Christian morals that underpin the principles in our society. Make no mistake, the researchers involved in this study had preconceived conclusions, and they rigged their study to achieve the results they wanted. That is not science. That is dishonesty. And that is why this study and the headlines are a huge load of crap. And that is my final point. Thank you for tuning in tonight for Tipping Point. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow, and in the meantime, keep up the conversation with me on Twitter at @Liz_Wheeler, and have a great night.